was someone did it and they're like, I'm going to do it as a character and then I'm going to make more of them. And then they didn't. And then time kept going by and they're like, maybe I should say I'm the guy who did that and get the credit. And then he waited long enough that it was a very bad thing to take credit for.
Yeah.
Because I have really tried and I've been completely unable to find any information about who the fuck did the Ding Fries Are Done album.
Have you checked on whoever voiced Special Ed in Crank Yankers?
Oh, I doubt it.
Because I feel that's a very similar skill set.
Hold on.
Okay, you can't both sit on my lap. You dumb
Well.
motherfuckers.
For years, you were thrilled as he sang his chart-topping hits. Now it's time to make Billy a part of your family's Christmas tradition as Sessions presents A Very Spastic Christmas.
Jeez.
Oh my god. This is so much worse.
Yes, due to popular demand, Billy brings you an album filled with warmth, good cheer, and of course,
That was the 90s though.
you'll want to play this album again and again, surrounded by those you love, because this is Billy at his best, singing the songs of the season.
There it is.
Yep.
I would pay for a head. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding by the dun, ding by the dun, ding by the dun, ding
See,
by the
I
dun.
can't help but smile at that song. Even though I know it's problematic.
Tonight with a special offer from your friends at Sessions.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, please don't start on fire.
Make it a very warm Christmas. Make it a very loving Christmas. Make it a very spastic Christmas.
See you in
Here's how to
5
order.
minutes when you decide you want to sit on my lap again.
Recall 1-800.
You want to come?
So this thing is dial 1-800-SPASTIC, which I feel like, I mean, sure, it could be like that's a valid number, and I doubt anyone else was trying to get 1-800-SPASTIC, but it's just stupid enough that it makes me think it's not real. But also, it was like 1990s, so maybe it was real.
Yeah. I think it wasn't too expensive to get a 1-800 number back then. Certainly not
So,
more than just getting like a novelty domain now.
Yeah, this YouTube video was uploaded in 2006. And this is the oldest like references, and like the guy's picture who's on the cover of the album and is also like in this. That's got to be who it is, because I can't imagine anyone else was like, yeah, I want to be the guy on the cover of A Very Spastic Christmas with Billy.
Unless if they just took a picture from somewhere else, like.
But
if
where would
it's-
they have done that in 1990?
I don't know, a magazine.
Maybe. And then we've got the comments here. 9 years ago. Or excuse me, 10 years ago. So now we know where Carlos Mencia stole his DTD voice.
Jeez.
Oh man, remember when Carlos Mencia was like the biggest stand-up comedian ever?
I know.
Yeah, and
What a
unfortunately,
dark
I
time.
used to be a fan until
I
I
was a
realized he
fan.
stole all this shit.
I was a fan.
And then I realized how bad it was.
I was a fan, but also I'm like 12 years younger than TJ. So
Yeah, so it was bad for me.
I think I'm like actually 9 years younger than TJ, maybe 8 years.
Born 84.
93.
Yeah.
9 years.
You're younger than my youngest sister.
I'm
You're
not
younger
born
than-
in the 80s.
You're
so-
younger than TJ's youngest daughter. You're like 12 years old or something.
I do have kind of a baby face going on, but
Especially
it's
when
because
you
I
put on the
can't.
baby face filter.
I'm baby. ABDL.
How is baby formed?
How does girl get Gregand?
Oh, Pregante.
Great.
8 years ago. This is all from the 2010s, by the way. Because remember, 10 years ago is 2011.
Yeah. So the thing, or I guess the album was already like 20 years old at that point.
Yeah. Then someone uploaded 90s internet at its finest, which really is the thing, because I think what happened, and I can't prove this. I think what happened is this ran on someone's like local fucking paper or public access television station as a commercial, and some idiot made a tape and a commercial as like a project or what, because you know how public access TV is.
Yeah.
And like just sent it to his friend in like 1996 in an email or something on dial-up, and someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this on Usenet. I'm gonna put this on fucking whatever LimeWire or not even LimeWire back then. It was
IRC.
IRC. Well, no, they wouldn't have put the file on IRC, but they would have. Is it
FTP.
Kazaa?
Well, that yes, but no.
No,
What
but
am I thinking?
An
I'm gonna
FTP
look
server.
it up, y'all.
What are you thinking of?
Oh God, my fucking Discord noises are loud.
Yes, they are.
You turn those down.
Are you trying to think of just like what the 90s
What?
P2P is?
Yeah, like I'm
'Cause I
thinking of
remember, like,
email, but I don't
Kazaa
remember.
and Shazam, and
I'm thinking of e-girls.
you always are.
Let's see.
Ew.
I
was
remember
thinking of them e-girls. What about E-Bombs World?
Oh, jeez.
Remember Eric Bauman?
No.
I remember all the
I don't
anti-E-bombs
really
world
honestly
shit.
remember anything from E-Bombs World. I'm assuming it sucked.
Oh, I remember the E-bombs world sucks song.
Wasn't it like the same thing as like something awful, or is just like
No, E-Bombs World is like what Jukin Media is now.
I don't know what that is.
Are they
either.
just like,
It was eDonkey 2000 is what I'm thinking of.
which is why they they just like take people's content. Or no,
Oh, it's like
Jukin
9gag.
pays for
What it
content.
was someone's blog basically, but in the form of like a funnyjunk.com website. But only he uploaded to it. It was
like,
not like a
are you
user
talking-
submitted thing.
Sorry, you're not talking about E-Bombs World, are you?
No, we're
I am.
talking about the history
Like
of
E-Bombs
Ding
World
Fries Are
was like a lot of E-Bombs World was like other people's jokes and stuff that he would upload and then slap an E-Bombs World fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But that's what I was
watermark.
saying. It was
Yeah.
like someone's blog. Like it was Eric Bauman's blog, basically.
got it. So he
Like
it
it
was like
wasn't
shit that he thought was funny.
right.
and
It
he
was
would
not
post it and put his
user
watermark on
submitted
it.
content is what I was getting at.
Okay.
It was him posting everything that whether or not he was the originator, he posted it all.
Correct. The only reason that place existed and was popular is because fucking YouTube didn't exist.
yeah.
Well, yeah, the site was founded in 2001. Like
There was addicting games. It was fine.
Oh shit! I
Uh,
vaguely remember
what?
addicting games.
when was Numa Numa? Me and John looked up Gary Brolsma, the Numa Numa guy, the other day.
Yeah.
he is maybe not shitty.
Numa. Hey, no, he's good. We
Yeah.
figured he was good.
We found his Twitter, but he doesn't do anything with it anymore.
Exactly. Well, he
That's
didn't
how you know
post
he's
anything
good.
particularly bad, so we imagine he's not a bad person.
2004. That is when Gary Brolsma got. I would say that's whenever I first got into like YouTube, not YouTube. That's whenever I first got into like viral shit. Like when I first started like looking for and any memes before 2004, I really didn't take in.
Now you're a
Hey,
Vine
Matt.
historian.
Hey Matt, I got you a present.
What?
I don't know if you're looking at your stream.
At my stream.
Was Star Wars Kid before
I-
Numa Numa?
I sent you a sub
It's,
Yeah,
because
Well, I
It's
sent
not
him a
Star
dom.
up yet.
Star
Well,
Wars
thank you.
Kid was 2002. So,
Dude, Star Wars
um,
Kid was the the coolest shit.
2000
Yeah.
new.
I definitely saw a Star Wars Kid, but I do not know if I saw it before new, like if I saw it when it was old already. That was like my preteen internet. Like I finally got dial-up
I like.
years.
Well, how about we like start the podcast? Because like,
Oh,
we're
we've been
into it
doing the
right now.
podcast for like an hour now.
We said 9 o'clock.
Nope.
8:45.
No, we said 8:45 so that it could start at 9.
Yeah.
How'd that work out? I figured you
well,
just
I was the
told me
latest.
8:45, so I'd show up by 9.
Well, no. What I specifically said was, let's tell Matt 8:45 in case he's door dashing.
Yeah, that way if you get held up, it'll still be at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
literally
was,
what I said.
I was at my parental's house eating lasagna,
Lasagna.
coughing into each
I
other's
made a deep
mouths.
dish pizza. All right, let's start it. Ready? Oh, wait,
Okay.
we gotta get levels.
Uh huh. Wow. Wow.
That helps. Eat your ass. Oh, good. All right, now I definitely can't get levels because
I'll eat your ass.
I will eat your ass.
I'll eat your ass.
Matt, we should do vaporwave lo-fi Alex Jones.
Lo-fi Alex Jones beats to relax and study too. To relax and do a failed coup too.
Oh God.
Hey, there's a person in the chat.
Oh, is it me?
Oh my good
No.
God! What?
Holy fuck.
Well, you've got 6 ads for me to get through before I can.
Yep. I
Did
got
you
8
know
ads.
that you can get rid of ads by subscribing to a channel on Twitch?
Yeah, but it
Like-
didn't help me.
It's too late. I'm subscribed to my favorite streamer,
Me?
TJ
doesn't stream?
May. At mayofmay84.com.
Not on Twitch.
At
Yeah,
mayofmay.com.org.
Okay, I guess I'll give you my Prime sub.
TJ, it's
Matt.
not morning, you fool.
Every time is morning if it's too fucking early to be awake.
There, I've given you my Prime sub.
Especially
so
if you
that-
spell it Mourning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Matt,
I just
gave
gave
you
Matt.
my Prime sub and it reloaded, so now I can actually listen to levels.
Yeah, it worked. My plan
Oh, I
worked.
should reload. That would have helped. I gave him my.
No,
Spanky's not even here to do levels, so let's just.
I'll eat your ass.
Okay, he's here.
I'll eat your ass.
I
I
gave
gotta
him a
move my
prime sub
microphone
too.
so it's like in the actual spot. All right, are we ready
No, fuck,
to get
Hold on.
levels?
Hold on.
No.
I gotta hit
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
489807.
Hold on. I have to do our normal sync noise to get the video and the audio matched up. Okay. Oh, hey. What's this?
Morning, a dramatic turn in that viral Good Samaritan story that authorities now say was a total fraud.
I don't know what that is or why it's on my board.
It sounds great.
A total fraud.
A total fraud.
That was off the heezy fosheezy. That was crunk.
That was crunk. I guess we're not gonna start.
Yeeting on him. I just yoted on him. Oh, damn. You just yoted on him? Damn, I just yeeted on him. Oh, damn. Damn, homeboy. Shit, that's a sick ass yeet. Damn, did you just yeet on him? Oh, yeah, I just yelled on him. Ha, ha, ha.
Are you ready to do levels?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to mute.
Broken shot.
I've got to mute my. I gotta go to volume mixer and mute Discord so I can only hear that. Okay, now I can only hear Twitch. This is John talking into his microphone at his normal volume. Everyone else also talk.
This is Matt talking into his microphone at his normal volume. Somebody
What the
else.
fuck? I'm eating sweet tarts and playing video games.
That's a sick ass yeet.
This is Sparta!
All right, I'm going to talk again as John, and then we'll get everybody else. I'm going to keep talking because somebody probably interrupted it with a meme. All right, Matt, go.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I would never interrupt John with a meme.
What the fuck is this? I don't know what's going on anymore. Bullshit.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I would never interrupt John with a meme.
Okay, I think we're good to go, everyone. Let me switch the audio back so I can actually hear.
We don't need to hear.
All right, now I can hear you guys again.
Okay.
I'm just really fucking...
The fucking cough.
Okay, I'm turning myself down because I always feel like I'm super loud. All right, are we ready?
Yeah,
Welcome to Born in the 80s 800.
that wasn't
And-
me. That was Spanky. He yoded all over the
Welcome.
intro.
To Born in the 80s. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 421. I am your host,
Blaze it.
John Danger, joined by my co-hosts, not Laser Pope anymore.
Blazer Pope. Matt Blazer Pope Egg.
TJ munching the sweet tarts May.
Spanky.
Hi, Spanky.
Hi. How is everyone?
Fuck.
Totally normal. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
I'm great.
It's a good podcast so far.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, we were talking pretty good before, but then we had to officially start.
Yeah.
We
It's
yeeted on
observing the
that.
subject changes its behavior. That's the problem.
Exactly. It's like we're quantum mechanics, our podcast is.
Yeah. I've always
Fair.
said that about us. We're a very heady podcast.
So what is TJ playing?
Mario Kart.
TJ's playing
He's
Mario
using
Kart.
tilt controls too.
So he wants to play like an idiot.
Yes.
Everyone on Mario Kart spams the "I'm using tilt controls" message, but
Yeah.
only the truly psychotic actually do.
Yeah,
What,
it's,
you
it's fucking
still
hard to
control?
do while drifting.
Tokyo drifting.
Yes.
I'm just on tilt. So the same thing.
So you're playing Mario Kart for the Switch, I can tell, because you have I would also like to mention that TJ is not only playing Mario Kart for the Switch, but he's also playing it with a single controller, the tiny one.
And it's not even
It's like
plugged
the
into one of those
absolute
plastic
worst
wheels.
way to play that game.
Yeah, because one of my buttons wasn't working with it, so I couldn't use the plastic wheel. And also playing in handheld mode, or sorry, in tabletop mode.
Yeah.
Not using the
So
TV.
you're looking
'cause
at
of
a
course
tiny
not.
ass screen as
Is
well.
this just because you hate yourself and you want to punish yourself?
Oh, of course.
No, he's
Why
like one
would-
of those people that watch the movie Tenet on an iPod Mini or whatever, iPod Video.
Just to
Because-
say,
No.
fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm
because
watching-
the director's like, this is the way it's meant to be watched.
I'm watching Spider-Man 2, the movie, on a PSP with a UMD disc. Although,
Spider-Man 2, the movie.
yeah,
Which Spider-Man too?
the only one that was on UMD.
Look, I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you could put anything on a UMD. That's like a anti-pregnancy device, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean that's why National Treasure was on it.
No, you're thinking of the infection.
The IED.
No, the UTI.
Cool.
Okay, I'm done. Okay.
You've won?
Oh, so no, I'm just done. So what's everyone been up to?
My cat has like dreadlocks in his tail. It's really gross.
What the fuck?
Why don't you groom your tail? You groom the rest of yourself. Groom your fucking tail.
Did he like shit on himself? And then,
No,
like,
it's
is
just like matted together, and I'm like pulling out all this nasty. Well, you can't see with the filter. Pulling out all this nasty loose fur. I'm gonna brush
see.
your tail when we're done with this. You're fucking.
Do you have a
gross.
Furminator?
No. I just have.
Furminator's good.
I just have a normal brush
Okay.
for cats. Cat brush, they call it.
Yeah.
I could just cut his tail off. That'd solve the problem. Do you want your tail cut off?
Then he wouldn't be able to balance, right? Cats need tails to
I'll
balance.
dock your
right?
tail. And
Oh, I
your
love
ears,
the way
and
that
then
the
I'll
dock
sell
tails
you
look, though.
to a cat fighting ring.
I'm gonna become a notary.
Why?
Yeah,
Or-
that. Okay. Is that
Very
like
exciting.
me? Is that like me being a tax pro because work made me, but I'm not going to do anything with it?
No, I mean I'll do stuff with it. Notarize
Okay.
shit all the time.
Oh, can you fucking be my hookup and like notarize any shit that I want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, man.
The only problem is that I
You
do
got any
need
of
to
those
be.
notarizations?
Problem is I do need to be in person.
Yeah,
with you.
you don't even smoke weed. I knew you'd be not the kind of notary that I was looking for.
Okay.
Is Adam a notary? Can we get Adam?
Yeah, where's Adam Ham?
I'll call him.
Do you get like you get a magic stamp, right, for the notary stuff?
I get a special stamp. Yeah.
Do you get like a ring that you put into molten wax to seal letters?
Hell yeah, dude. That's the type of ring that I opted for specifically.
Mm.
To be a notary public, you also can only notarize things in your current state of residence. So I can't do that.
What if I resided in Wisconsin?
You'd
then,
probably
yeah.
be a lot happier, honestly.
I don't know. Wisconsin kind of sucks.
John, have you been to
Compared
Missouri lately?
dude?
You got the Ozarks.
John figured out what the Ozarks were today.
It's that
You got-
Jason Bateman TV show.
I was like, we were watching football on my local football channel. I was watching football loudly and John heard it. I was not
Describing it to him.
broadcasting. I was, no, you can't even describe that shit without the express written permission of the NFL. And one of my local commercials came on and it was like the most accurate weather in the Ozarks. And John was like, "You live in the Ozarks? I thought that was in the Carolinas."
Now, an Ozark is
That is
a kind
exactly
of
what I sounded like. I do
carrion
sound
beetle,
like
right?
I do sound like what's his name from Full House doing Bullwinkle?
The guy who raped Lance Morissette.
Wow.
I don't think that's what that song was about.
Oh my. That's a
Oh,
Dave
God,
Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
Cut it
Coulier.
out of the podcast, John. Cut it out of the podcast.
Yeah. Wow, TJ just jumped right to the Did you see Dustin Diamond has stage 4 cancer?
Wait, what?
What kind?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
No,
We better get him on the podcast before he dies.
Dustin Diamond. Saved by we gave him an open invitation.
Yeah, does he
Yeah.
still live in Wisconsin?
No. Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond diagnosed with stage 4 cancer undergoing
please,
chemo.
Saved by the Smell star. You got his most recent work is his most important.
But he hasn't publicly stated what it is. Like what type of cancer it is, so.
This is a fun podcast.
You're the ones that brought you first off, TJ brought up raping for one.
Which is not what that song is about, by the way.
Yeah, she was underage. It's statutory rape. Rape is rape. Done and done.
Okay, I'd like to amend my comments to show that I did not know that. What's the timeline there? Although I don't know if it's different in Canada.
Rape
True.
is rape.
True.
What is TJ, you're the encyclopedic knowledge. What is the age of consent in Canada?
That's a great question.
Can we
Depends
call
on if you're
Ewan?
depends on if you're in Quebec or real Canada. So I guess we
Thank you.
should ask
Call
Ewan.
Ewan right now and ask him what the age of consent in Canada is, please.
He was in our Discord like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
We should be able to get him.
See if it's different in Newfoundland, because they're not really Canadians, as they like to remind us.
Yeah, they're Newfoundlanders. No, wait. I thought he was in Quebec.
I thought he's in rural Quebec.
Yeah, he's
What are
out
you
in the
talking
boonies.
Talking about
Ewan,
Ewan or
right?
David Coulier?
Ewan.
What's
Ewan.
the difference, really?
Yeah. they're both-
You
Ewan is
you
current-
ought to
currently-
know.
Currently in New Brunswick.
Okay.
That's where they make the bowling balls, right?
Yeah,
They have trees there.
that's where they make the bowling pins, right?
No. Old Brunswick makes those.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I don't know why that got me.
We've killed TJ.
New Brunswick is where non-binary people live. That's why it's
Oh,
NB.
NB.
Oh, NB.
That's why they're called NBs, because they're from New Brunswick.
I see.
So while we're waiting for Ewan to storm the podcast, so I did a project today.
You did what project did you do?
Some of my Joy-Cons were getting a little bit of stick drift again, so I took some.
Put a condom over them.
I was afraid you were
Yep.
going to say
Fuck
they
'em
were
up your
getting
butt.
sticky again.
And that fixed it.
Oh, great! I got
TJ,
blue
why
tongue.
is your tongue blue?
I just had like a.
He was eating candies. He's
Yeah.
a sweet little boy.
Have we
He's
talked
so-
about your tooth problems that you've had? Stop eating children's candy.
Well, he
This
has
is
to
the
eat
first time
those
I've
to-
had candy in a while.
Okay.
He has to eat those to break up the kidney stones.
How do you get so many? Wait, what happened?
Sorry. Ewan's sending me things and I don't know what they are. Can I play them on the podcast without pre-screening them?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yes, it's Ewan.
This is what I'm being sent.
You know what? If you cut Natalie Portman's out of the movie, it's the same movie.
What the fuck?
That is my voice. I don't know what this is from. This is my voice, though.
Those you talking about Thor 2 Dark World, I'm sure.
Here's another one I was sent.
All right.
Have you considered that removing Natalie Portman from the first Thor movie results in the very same first Thor movie?
That is also my voice, isn't it?
That sounds like your voice.
I don't. How is Ewan sending me my own voice and I don't know what this is?
Oh
you
shit!
been
This is an episode of Black Mirror.
Did you ask Ewan what the age of consent in Canada is?
Yes, I did. You want another response?
Was it those two texts?
Was to send me 2 messages of my voice, which I guess Ewan just has at the ready, talking about my description of Natalie Portman in the first Thor movie.
Oh,
that I do not remember making. Age of consent to sexual activity. The age of consent is the age at which a young person can legally agree to sexual activity.
Mm-hmm.
All sexual activity without consent is a criminal offense, regardless of age. The age of consent in Canada is
We're
16
just trying
years.
to figure out. Okay, so was Alanis Morissette older than?
There
16
are
when she
close
was
in age
dating Dave
exceptions.
Coulier?
A 14 or 15-year-old can consent to sexual activity as long as the partner is less than 5 years older and there is no relationship of trust, authority, or dependency.
Huh.
There is also a close in age exception for 12 and 13-year-olds. A 12 or 13-year-old can consent to sexual activity with a partner as long as the partner is less than 2 years older and there is no relationship of trust, authority, or dependency.
That's
4
not
to
really
5
an
year olds.
issue if you play World of Warcraft.
4 to 5 year old.
Wait, whoa.
No.
Canada's freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 16 is the answer, generally. So what are we talking about? Dave Coulier and Alanis Morissette?
Yeah, when did that happen? I'm trying to figure
where.
out. And also, is it like citizenship laws or like where you are? And what we're trying to figure out is should Dave Coulier be in jail right now?
No, okay, he's not. All right, here we go. Dave Coulier, Morissette dated at a time, says it was in 1992 when she was 17 or 18, and he would have been 32 or 33.
Gross.
Still ookie.
So
Half
it's
age plus
icky,
7 rule.
but it's
Yeah.
not illegal
Mm-hmm.
in Canada.
Yeah, but I'm sure that he still abused a position of power.
Oh no! I'm watching the Ravens-Bills game.
No.
Yeah.
And
Why did you do that?
the Buffalo Bills just returned a interception for a touchdown.
Hey Siri,
Ooh.
what's the score of the Buffalo Bills game?
The Bills are
Where
on
to-
top of the Ravens 10-3, with 1
On
minute
top of the
remaining in
Ravens?
the third quarter in the AFC divisional playoff.
You heard it here first, everyone. Born in the 80s podcast exclusive. Siri confirms the Ravens are a bottom.
I've just made a Buffalo Bills Joy-Con pair.
Nice.
Are
You're
we going to
welcome.
get in trouble from the NFL for reporting sports scores?
Technically, Apple should get in trouble for reporting sports
So-
scores.
The worst part about it was I'm watching this on my second screen, but the worst part about this is it was at the goal line. It was
Oh,
a
no.
pass into the end zone that was run back.
Oh no, poor
Yeah, it's-
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson really got fucked there. It was a terrible throw.
That's
Terrible throw.
This information will be 3 weeks out of date by the time anybody listens.
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
because I still haven't even put out episode 419, which I was working on before we started, and that's why I was a little late because I was trying to get through it. But anyway,
We're
do
a
you guys-
pretty hard podcast to get through an entire episode of.
Yeah, I don't know how you
Yeah.
do it. I can barely
Do
do,
you
it
want
in real time.
do you want to hear about a glitch in the Matrix?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that was a Reddit that I found and I was excited for.
an appropriate thing. Here we go.
Spanky, you were able to get my Zanga blog ripped, so I can talk about that, right?
No
right.
comment.
No, you've just yelled at me about small tidbits that you found in it rather than doing the actual work.
So what I've been doing, and when I say been doing, I mean I did it for like an hour a week ago and I stopped, was parsing the data in the backup, which I have all of, but I was outputting a web page so that it would be easy to scroll through this content.
Uh-huh.
And I got as far as doing all of the posts. However, there are comments, which I think increase the satisfaction of reading through these things because they include people like podcast co-host Adam Ham commenting on your Zanga blog.
So we're just
I've
chanting this for next week then. 'cause
so
Kuzu
I
is-
have forgotten it existed until you just mentioned it.
Okay.
You'll have to remind me not at the end of the podcast, but like tomorrow at like 1 p.m. if you want me to not just delete it from my downloads folder because I've forgotten what it is entirely.
Got it. How
Glitch in the Matrix.
How is your raid, Spanky?
My raid,
In World of Warcraft.
John. I took a bath and drank a beer.
Okay, you didn't go to that.
No,
I didn't either. I was going to, but then I didn't because I realized it's 7 to 10 and it would ruin our podcast. So
well,
I
it
took one for the
is
team.
the casual raid group, and in World of
You're
Warcraft
allowed to
retail,
drop out.
yeah, in World of Warcraft retail, the raid difficulty scales depending on the size of your group. So if someone has to leave, it doesn't fuck up everyone else's group
I also
because
think it's a great game design decision.
yes, it is a good quality of life decision for the entry tier of raids.
Correct, yeah. And if you do Mythic, which is like the super hardcore world first race bullshit that people do that's really hard, that is a hard 20, right? Or a hard 25.
25.
Yeah. Whereas the regular can scale anywhere from 10 to 30.
Correct.
Which is nice. All right. Thank you for the update. I was interested in a web page on reddit.com called Glitch in the Matrix, which is yes, thank you. Perfect. That I think we had mentioned or I had found a post on it in the previous, and I'd looked through these and found some good ones. I've got a good one here. It's long. This is definitely just a fucking probably what is it, pros, somebody working on their creative writing project here, but I might have just found the end of the world.
Ooh.
Here we go. I've thought about this so much in the past 20 hours that I think I'm ready to comprehensively write it down. I'm going to give as many details in this story that may seem unnecessary at first, but as we go on, everything will be clear. Bear with me.
What was that?
It was a fart. If you would like to skip to the good part, scroll to the dashed line. In my town, it never snows. Everyone jokes and chalks it up to global warming. It's honestly a shame, because when I was younger, I remember sledding and building snowmen in my front yard. And yata, yata, yata. I like this. Instead of yada, 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 it's yata, yata, yata. Yata!
Stop making fart noises.
You know what's a really good podcast? When two people have fucking dueling.
I'm not touching anything.
Oh no, I know you're now.
You're welcome.
I haven't seen a real snow in 2 years, even though it used to be a guarantee that we would get a good snowfall at least 10 times throughout the winter season. Yesterday, it snowed. The forecast said rain. Everyone crossed their fingers that we would see snow, but no one was really counting on it. And then it snowed hard for hours. It came down in thick flakes and covered the ground at least 3 inches high. When the snow started to calm down, I decided I would go outside and enjoy the snow, since it would probably be one of the only times it would happen this winter. I was going to the woods near my house and walk around. I was going to go to the woods near my house and walk around. Sorry, I don't want to ruin this person's creative writing. Maybe take some pictures. When I tell this story, you must understand that at least the basic geography of my neighborhood. Basically, there's a line of houses that back up against the woods. The backyards are fenced in, and directly after the fence, the forest begins. The forest must be at least a couple square miles in every direction. I walked into the forest through a path, going away from the houses and into the woods. It was still snowing pretty heavily, and the snow was starting to cover my glasses. You know what? When I've been outside, snow always covers my glasses. Has that ever happened to you?
Only if
your
it's
glasses?
very windy and it's like blowing directly into your face.
I was about to say, I think most snow on my glasses melts immediately because it's close to my 98-degree face. But I guess if it was very windy. I had to clear them every once in a while. It was beautiful. It reminded me of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Truly one of the prettiest things I had ever seen. I got carried away and continued walking. I must have walked for 15 minutes. I had no hopes of getting home soon. And here's the dashed line. So it was like, here's my like intro prose to this. And now I'm going to explain the end of the world. I took my glasses off to clear them because they were getting wet and foggy. And when I put them back on, I saw 2 faintly glowing lights ahead of me. They looked like car headlights. I sat and wondered what they were for a while. For a minute, I got my hopes up and found out they were car headlights. No, I had found some sort of UFO. I had walked towards it with the mindset that I was going to be let down by something completely explainable, such as car headlights. When I got closer, I realized they were the lights on inside of a house. Well, I thought this was normal until I thought of the geography of the woods. If I had walked straight through the woods from my neighborhood, I would have come out on a highway, not a neighborhood. I walked into the neighborhood to try and figure out what neighborhood it was and make sense because I was curious. When I walked in front of the house, I recognized it immediately. This is the house down the street. Sure enough, I was in my very own neighborhood. I looked down the road and saw my own house. I was thinking, this can't be real. I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. I need to get back. So I turned, walked right back down the same path I did before, followed my own footsteps in the snow, and walked straight for about 8 minutes. While I was walking, I called my friend who loves supernatural stuff. I thought she would at least get a kick out of this, even if it was all bullshit and I had simply taken a wrong turn. Before I could explain the situation, I got a call from my mom since we live in the same house. Oh, self-burn.
So then I went to Washington, D.C. to overthrow the government.
There might have been an emergency. I told my friend I'd call her back and I answered my mom. Typical mom call. She said I just needed to be home for dinner immediately. I told her I'd be home in 5 and called back my friend. As I was talking to my friend, I noticed there were large branches, bushes, and even ponds that hadn't been there as I was walking before. So I was telling my friend this and slightly panicking. Her mom walked into the room and asked to talk to me because me and her mom sometimes talk about books and such. Her mom started going on and on about a book I had recommended to her. It's not typical of her to talk for so long about something. She's usually pretty, quote, to the point. After tumultuous conversation with my friend's mom, after that tumultuous conversation, you gotta love internet pros. And I like to use the big words instead of the normal words. I think that's like one of the number one things a writing teacher has ever told me is don't use the big words if they
just talk normal.
Talk normal, like people read.
Why use big words when small words do?
I told her that I literally think that there are forces preventing me from going back. I mean, think about it. There are branches obstructing my way. My mother called and asked me to come home immediately. I just got caught in a conversation that was entirely too long, and the cold was biting. Even the snow had picked up and was coming in my direction like a warning telling me to go home. And a few minutes later, I saw the lights again. This time I was sure I'd walk completely straight. It doesn't make any sense I would end up back in my neighborhood. I was literally walking away from it. That's it. Is that the best story you've ever heard?
I fucking hated it.
I liked the part
I just love this. Is like this person
nothing
literally.
happened.
This person got fucking high. They're not describing that part of this. That they were fucking smoking weed out in the fucking winter, and they walked into the forest, hooked like a J turn, came back out, and was like, wow, it's my neighborhood. That's crazy. And then walked back in a circle, like a semicircle back around out. And we're like, oh my God, I found the end of the world, which is why like I met the end and it reversed itself back onto itself. What the fuck? I love this forum though, because it's like so many like people that are high that are just like, I saw this crazy thing.
So I'm fairly certain that this phenomenon is I'm high and my dominant footstep is longer than my non-dominant footstep.
One of the highest voted responses is this is actually a human thing where humans always subconsciously turn slightly to the left or right, just depending on the way your gait is. So you were probably walking in a big circle. Anyway, go ahead. Yes, that's what they're saying. Yes, I totally agree.
I just love the idea of them being like super high, and then the conversation with the friend's mom just being like, wow, this has gone on for so long. Whoa.
Yeah.
Tumultuous conversation.
Oh, here we go. This guy says, we got some response here. There's an app called Strava that will map out where you're walking and tell you how long you complete your walk. So like my Fitbit would do this. Where you
my mom uses the
back, and
app.
it shows like the exact route that you went. So he should just do that and see if it's a straight line or a circle. But then he's going to be a circle.
Like, what if it's they've gotten into the apps, they've infiltrated the apps, and it's now the deep state? You know, think about it.
I like the response. There's a response that has -3 votes. And it says, sounds like you died. And the only person who responded to it is the original poster. It says, definitely possible. Pretty awesome when you think about it. Like you literally turned left in a woods. Oh, I love these though, because like they're all like, some of them are legitimately interesting and pros, but some of them are just like obviously high people that didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Or just bullshit, like creative writing exercises.
Yeah. But I like to think of it because I mean, we are living in a simulation.
That is true. So it makes sense there would be
the most logical explanation as to what our existence is.
My theory is that the people that programmed our simulation, they couldn't get rid of all the glitches, so they just hid them in our games, and that's why we have Bethesda.
I was about to say they couldn't hide them in the glitches, so they just picked the year 2020, threw all the crazy shit in that year. So they get it out, you know, and then everything go back to normal. And people just be like, "That's a weird year," and then you can go back because you know, #2020 memes.
Yeah, just wait. I mean, like, there's a lot of people celebrating that 2020 is over. I'm just saying, maybe let's hold back on that a little bit and see what 2021's like.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, the back of my ear itched real bad there.
Thank God 2016, the year all of our celebrities died, is over. It can only go up from here.
Oh my God. Speaking of fun glitches, I did see this. I don't know if you ever played Take On Helicopters, but that's I don't have this, but it was one of the one of the mini flight simulators I looked into now that I bought the fucking flight sim. But there's some pretty cool funny shit like anti-piracy stuff in games that they develop directly into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you pirate Take On Helicopters, which is a helicopter like by the Arma people, Bohemia Interactive, like a simulator. I think DayZ is in the Take On Helicopters engine. But if you get that, your pilot is just constantly drunk. Like the screen's all wobbly and you can't fly straight, basically. There's a couple other really good ones too. I think there was a I forget. Oh yeah. Anyway, there's some really good ones. Just what a great idea. Where you just can't win. And I remember, God, I can't remember the game that I played when I was a kid, where you kept like losing basically, and then I looked and I was like, oh, it's because I pirated it. Like,
yeah, it's like a honey trap. Like, look for people that are posting on forums.
Yeah, you're like, why is this not working?
Oh, it's because we
like,
caught you, you jerk.
Yeah. I guess the Godfather game, your like cars explode when you get in them. And
that's cool.
Batman Arkham Asylum, people were talking about like Batman's gliding doesn't work, and he's like flapping his wings like a chicken. And Rocksteady said, well, actually, if you pirated the game, we coded it so that Batman's glide would be broken and you wouldn't be able to play the game right. And they were like, so thank you for outing yourself as a game pirate. It's like, whoops. Anyway, so that's a pretty cool thing. Little fun little Easter eggs. Little What if you pirated the simulation that is our world? What kind of bugs would happen? You get the 2020 glitch.
Yeah, I think we're seeing it.
Isn't that insane to think about? So if you subscribe to the world as a simulation theory, which can be, I think we've probably talked about in the podcast before, but I'll sum it up as simply as the idea is that the humankind would be able to create better and better, video games, AI, being able to simulate even more and more, that somewhere in the far future, 10,000 years from now or whatever, they'll have a simulation so good that it can simulate every single. You could have a simulation running every minute that would have the resolution of our entire Earth and of the last 20,000 years or something. So why would we think that we're not in the simulation world when there could be infinite copies?
Yeah.
Of a simulated world? Why is this the real world versus a simulation? Because if you were a character in a simulation, you wouldn't know, except for the glitch in the Matrix.
I've seen the Matrix movies,
which some of those people are thinking of. But anyway, so but what I'm saying is that what if you were in that like world simulation, our world simulation, and someone bought a pirated copy, and we're in the fucking pirated version?
Yeah, we're just a bunch of NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump got President Simulator 2020, but he got the pirated version, so it's all fucked up.
So he lost his re-election.
Yeah,
even though he was supposed to win, even though he was winning by a lot, but in the end he lost by a little.
Weird how that works.
Dump.
Sorry, we were on the Discord yesterday.
As we record this,
videos.
It is January 16th, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen in 4 days. So let's as far as we know, Trump's not president anymore.
All right, when you listen to this in the future, please email us now at bitecast@gmail.com so you can tell us what's happening in the future. Now,
yeah.
John, any of our future listeners send us an email now?
I'll check. Well, they probably should have sent it like a while ago.
No, I think it's like Primer, where as long as you turn on the email, like you have to open the email first, but then you leave the email open and unsent for like 5 days, and then you can send it back to that original time when you opened it.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I got an email right here. Oksana Kutna.
Oh no!
From Oksana at listenable.io. Hi, John. I just wanted to reach out and say, you're awesome. I just discovered your podcast, Born in the 80s. You did a really good job.
Oh, that's nice.
In fact, I was thinking it's exactly the kind of content that would work really well as an audio course.
I already know it's fake because
As
she
an
said we
audio
do a
course.
good job.
No,
that's actually
we could
part
be
of why I'm
teachers.
reaching out. That's why I am part of reaching out today. I'm the senior producer at Listenable, one of the world's leading audio-based learning platforms.
We wouldn't fit in there. We're not listenable.
I wanted to invite you personally to join our platform. Our format is pretty simple. Audio-only courses broken down to 7 to 20 audio lessons, 3 to 10 minutes long each. That's exactly the length of our podcast. We understand the value of having amazing educators. And for this reason, all courses on our platform are paid. And 30 to 50% of our revenue is returned to educators. I like that whatever this is, they're keeping 70. Your content, you're getting 30 for.
Yeah, they
which
got to
is
keep those
definitely good.
Amazon web servers up and stuff. Whatever they're.
Anyway, I'd like to send you a few more details if you're interested. Feel free to apply to me here or check out our website for more info. Either way, your podcast looks fantastic. Have an awesome week. Well, I thought you listened to it.
No, the podcast art is just so good. They're like, we got to work with those people. Or maybe they're talking about our sweet Snapchat filters.
Okay, so I'm assuming this guy's name is pronounced in a different way in wherever country he's from. But his name is Ashit.
Oh shit.
Kumar. Hi, we are the website designer team and have developed more than many creative websites. That's a lot. It's more than many. We can create a unique website for your organization at a minimal cost. Email us back to get full proposal or pricing. Thank you, Ashit. It just says his first name at the end.
Squarespace. So
that's good, though. I know, right? I need to get this fucking... That's because they think we're boomers now, because people who were born in the 80s are boomers.
Yeah. Boomers in the 80s.
But that's it, because
if you were
all
born
the
in
young people
1980, you'd be 40.
Yeah.
And that's basically dead.
Yeah, you'd be turning 41 this year. Oh my god, I'm so old. You know what the worst part about everything is that my World of Warcraft Classic Guild, I'm the oldest person in it.
Yeah.
You should join Old, the quintessential dad's WoW Classic Guild. I don't know what server they're on. Yeah, I sent some memes about it.
They do meme videos. They're very good.
Old.
Yeah.
There's a guild
popular.
on Crom Crush server, or at least there was, called Old Men Gaming.
Yeah. That's what I need to be in, because all these youngins.
Or you could just join Make Azeroth Great Again.
Again?
They're struggling, huh? They're not doing quite as well.
They lost a bunch of their key raiders last week, so...
A bunch of their key raiders were detained by the FBI, so their roster got a little weak.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's too good.
To be fair, last week their raid leader was shit, so
I just love the fact that the insane attack on the US Capitol has done a lot, but number 2 has completely been a fucking gold mine of hilariousness.
Yeah.
In the afterwards, because only one cop died, and that's bad.
Spanky.
I'm
just gonna say it's bad.
I'm just gonna say it's bad. He died.
He
was a MAGA.
Had a Parler account.
He was a MAGA cop with a Parler account. So I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care.
And he followed white supremacist accounts
and QAnon shit.
So they killed their own, basically.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
even
aside
better.
from
as I understand it, their own is
the
only one.
They didn't kill their own. That was an Antifa thug.
Yeah.
In the crowd that attacked him.
Turns out they were all Antifa, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, but no, I get what you I definitely have a withdrawal of you got any more of those mega terrorists being arrested in their mom's basements I can look at and laugh come on, give me something.
No, I had a pretty good one here though. I guess there's a picture of a lady here. Therese Duke lost her job at UMass Memorial after her daughter, 18-year-old Helene Duke, identified her being punched in the face by a security guard outside the Capitol.
Yeah.
We tweeted the viral video with, "Hi, Mom. Remember the time you told me I shouldn't go to BLM protests because they get violent? Is this you?"
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yes.
Yeah, and that girl's uncle, and she outed 3 family members and just fucking nuked it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I want her to be my president.
If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. If you're caught up in your mob and you're gonna lose your job, if you're Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault.
Dude.
Sorry. I misspoke some words, but I had to sing that song.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a good one.
No, but we can enjoy the fallout of this now because it's just been like complete hilarity, like mask off, like insanity.
Yeah.
Let me read you a couple tweets. Here we go. I got a couple tweets for you here. Shit.
A bunch of people that have been saying what's the worst that could happen for 4 years are like, oh, that, I guess. Huh. Weird.
The worst possible thing that could happen.
Oops, all domestic terrorists.
Jeremy in the chat said, "Oops, domestic terrorists, the worst Captain flavor."
I mean, oops, all tarantula eggs is at least crunchy.
Oh God! Speaking of tarantula eggs, 2021, this new year has treated me pretty poorly. I didn't eat the 20 spiders in my sleep over 2020, so I had to do them all in one day.
Yeah. You just grind them up in a smoothie.
No,
just
it is,
wait. A couple of years we'll all be eating spiders because there won't be any actual animals left.
Let me just read you a couple tweets here. We've got from November. I'm just looking to see here when this starts out here. Okay. November 29th. We've got a retweet of Christian News 360 degrees. Breaking election in the Christian News 360 degrees has Donald Trump's face as his
Are you
account.
reading the MyPillow Twitter again?
This account has 1,500 followers, but the MyPillow.com Twitter account that's verified retweeted this saying, breaking election news. Trump campaign finds 238,000 ballots they're contesting in Wisconsin during the course of the recount. Hashtag Wisconsin refuses to release results. Wisconsin hashtag Democrats desperately trying to manufacture hashtag fake ballots to make up the difference. You know, because famously, the Democrats have a majority in their own state Senate.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, that would never happen here. Oh my God. But yes, this is the MyPillow.com fucking account.
It is not Mike Lindell, the owner of MyPillow.
No, it clearly must be him influencing it because, like,
No.
I would say
I am 100% sure he controls both Twitters, but he is like doing the corporate fascism version of Horny on Main.
Yeah.
Fascist
But
on Main.
I would like to mention that my favorite thing I've learned now that explains everything about Mike Lindell is that they're peddling his book on MyPillow USA's Twitter account, saying Mike Lindell's new memoir, What Are the Odds? Tells what are the odds from crack addict to CEO.
Yep.
Mike Lindell
Yep.
tells an unbelievable story of addiction, entrepreneurship, and redemption.
Yep.
So obviously, this guy is a fucking crackhead.
At least his like brain is not all together. Like,
yeah, who would have thought? But anyway, yeah. So like, it's all normal up until like late November, and then it is like, well, it's not normal because he's still like MyPillow's still reposting stuff about him going to like fucking Trump rallies all the time. Like, you know, whatever, and like about how he supports the troops and Trump and everything.
I believe he gave all of Minnesota's Republican National Committee delegates to Trump at the virtual RNC last year.
Correct, yes. So anyway, yeah, there's just like, and then it's all like posting shit of like, expert identifies 200,000 votes hijacked from Trump to Biden in Georgia at the precinct level. And this is from the AmericanConservatives.net. I'm sure it's a real website. Yeah. So anyway, guys, Dominion machines were seized. They took the voting machines away. So that's why.
You know what I love is that like in between not being real news, like not being actual things that happened in these fake ones. A lot of times, if you've ever looked into them, like I used to do. The story is that it's like men were seen dragging out carcasses of Dominion voting machines. And like they have a picture of like very clearly like the public workers who brought them there, just loading them up in the trucks to take them away.
The last tweet, though, is just a retweet of Mike Lindell saying, "I'm honored to be invited to speak at the biggest event in DC history. At Real Donald Trump will be our president for the next 4 years." That Real Donald Trump's account is suspended for the next 4 years. And then underneath it says, "Election officials have certified Joe Biden as the winner of the U.S. presidential election."
Yeah. Also, the event he was talking about is the thing right before
Capitol
the
insurrection.
Yeah, the
You guys baked Alaska
the
guy
insurrection
arrested.
pre-party.
Who would have thought? I just love that, like, every fucking MAGA chode, maskless, like, showing evidence of themselves breaking the law.
Yeah,
are being like,
And-
it's like, this is the dumbest shit ever.
We here
But
on
the
Born in the
dumbest
80s,
ever.
the official Born in the
has
80s
been
stance, we can
dumbest
take
follower
the stand that none of us would ever own a MyPillow.
Shit.
I don't own a MyPillow. There was a time, like maybe a few years ago, and I didn't know anything about the MyPillow guy. When I saw a MyPillow ad, I was like, you know what? I could use a new pillow. And that's how he has made his millions, because no one ever thinks about buying pillows. When you put an ad up where they're like, hey, this pillow kicks ass, you're like, I could use a new pillow.
Yeah.
And then you fucking buy it. And that's why he's made money.
I've
Because
never,
nobody-
I've never bought one. My mom got me one as a gift because if you think about it, a pillow is a weird gift to give someone until it's like a thing that's on TV. And unlike most pillows, it doesn't come in just like a plastic bag. It comes in a box, a cardboard box. So it's easy to wrap and just give it to someone. And it's kind of like the gift that you can get anyone because it's like, hey, who sleeps in a bed with pillows? Fucking everybody does.
Fucking MyPillow. That fucking MyPillow guy just going full alt-right. Like, I love
just,
it. And
like, I don't like. I
can we
still
talk about
haven't
Spanky's
wrapped my
creepiest
mind.
place in employ?
Oh, yeah.
Oh God. Sorry to the franchise. So I just want to get this out because it is worth mentioning. Sorry to the franchisees of the Pizza Inn restaurant. Pizza Inn, for those who are almost certainly unaware of what that is, it is a southern states pizza chain. I think the northernmost Pizza Inn that exists is in Springfield, Missouri. So if you live north of Springfield, Missouri,
buffet to go.
So if you live north of Springfield, Missouri, or not in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, probably Kentucky, but maybe not, and Mississippi. Did I say all? No, it's not in Alabama. But basically, it's a mid-south chain based in Texas. Then you've not heard of Pizza Inn. It is a pizza place that is primarily focused on opening up chains in small towns. They don't own a single store, so it's not like McDonald's where like they own the big stores in certain like malls and stuff. It's all franchise. There's Pizza Inn, the company, or Rave Food or whatever they're called, don't own any stores. But they're also a very out of touch company when it comes to pizza. Let me give you an example of one of the most popular items there. The New York crust pizza. Now, before I tell you what this is, have you guys ever had a pizza with crust in New York style?
Yeah.
You would know that they are gigantic slices of kind of floppy pizza.
Really floppy,
Yeah.
like
Limp, floppy,
cooked,
greasy.
but also soft. You know what I mean? Like
What Pizza Inn calls a New York crust pizza is a thick pan crust pizza. And anyone from New York who's ever been to a Pizza Inn, I'm so fucking sorry. And then they have the crackery crust pizza and the Italian style pizza, which is just hand tossed pizza. There's nothing Italian about it. It just you toss it.
So their New York pizza is basically a deep dish pizza?
No. Now, this is where TJ might have more insight, but people from Chicago will tell you that it's not a real deep dish pizza unless the sauce is on top of everything.
Yeah.
That's what they'll say here.
They're wrong because the requirements for a pizza to be deep dish pizzas that it was cooked in a fucking deep dish.
Yeah, big like, cast iron thing.
Yeah, and that's what the New York pan was cooked in. So like I would call those pan pizzas. I reserve saying deep dish for fucking Chicago chodes to not tell me that if the sauce isn't on top, then it's not a deep dish pizza. Anyway, so that's your brief history of
I just want to point out also the history of their Twitter account. Up until the last tweet before January 5th was October 14th, 2020, celebrating National Dessert Day, telling people to get their dessert cinnamon sticks or apple pizzert, which is a dessert apple pizza, which looks pretty good.
And their most recent tweet on January 12th is dinner is covered tonight. We've got this pizza deal. But in between that, oh boy.
So on the 5th, this is the 5th. It's so amazing. They went on this thread. We have a right to fair elections and unchallenged. This is the Pizza Inn Twitter account with 3,800 followers. We have a right to fair elections with unchallenged legit. This has 2 likes and 5 retweets. Like, this is just a stand to nobody in the wrong direction. We have a right to fair elections with unchallenged legitimacy, and that begins with a system that is both transparent and secure. Whether your candidate won or lost, we should all have confidence in a process that helps us celebrate or at least accept the result. That sounds fair. You know, we want that. Unlike most Americans, or like most Americans, we are alarmed by the uncertainties and the resulting lack of faith in our election system, said Brandon Solano, Chief Executive Officer of Rave Restaurant Group, Inc. Pizza Inn takes a bold stand for election reform. Widespread concerns over fraud demand common sense changes to rebuild unity and confidence. My favorite part about this is that the people who are concerned with voter integrity are the people asking for the change. And they're like, we're confused about how this election happened, so we want it to change. It's like, just because you're stupid and don't understand something doesn't mean it needs to change. You know, you're like saying people don't trust the election. And it's like, people don't trust the election because they don't like the guy who won.
Yeah. And right part of this is they were in like their whole their own media bubble so much that like it did come as a legitimate surprise that Trump didn't win in a landslide to these people. And instead of being like, hey, maybe I'm consuming only one side of the story, they're like, no, it must be the cheating Dems.
If you remember, there was Jill Stein in 2016 gathered donations for a recount, and she never specifically misled people. She definitely was banking on the fact that people would only read like the first 2 lines of any story reporting on it, which were that candidate demands recount. But like her thing, well, the Green Party's thing specifically was 1, pay off the fucking election debt, and 2, they are big into like mandatory recounts, paper ballots, you know, actual things that are good for election access. And in 2016, the people primarily sharing that were people who were unhappy with who won the election. And it turns out that people who are this goes for every level of government and also any type of thing where anyone votes. I'm sure Mitchell Trubisky would be glad to not have received the Nickelodeon MVP award at last week's wild card game on Nickelodeon, where an F-bomb was dropped on that children's cartoon channel.
His team lost and he played a very bad game. But he was still voted by the audience to win the Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player.
Yes. So basically what I'm getting at is people who wish someone different had won any type of voting thing are going to latch onto and really, really believe that any notion that it was wrong. And when you add that into the crazy right-wing conspiracy group, it flourishes.
Yeah. Pizza Inn is not advocating to this is like a 30 tweet long thread that I'll just share in the Discord. Pizza Inn is not advocating to overturn the election, nor do we think hastily certifying the results in Congress tomorrow is appropriate. We are simply saying that since we don't know what happened. Like, it's just like, we're just asking questions.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like you're trying to hold this up. The prudent course of action is to conduct a 10-day audit of the vote to make certain that the man we inaugurate as president of the United States on January 20th is the rightful winner. We fully understand the risks of wading into such heated political waters, but we believe some things, such as America's election integrity, are too important to stand by silently. In addition, as a leader in its communities, Pizza Inn is asking lawmakers to take steps to rebuild confidence in the voting process so that America's hometowns can come together to celebrate our democracy in future elections. We at Pizza Inn aren't constitutional scholars. We're experts at making amazing pizza and salads. That is when governors.
That's not even true.
That is when governors and other elected officials aren't shutting down our dining rooms. Which doesn't stop you from making the pizza, though. I don't think. Anyway,
I've heard that
the one food like establishment of the United States that is the most prepared and experienced in delivering and picking up orders for fucking pizza.
Nevertheless, we believe in making the following comments. I love this. They said we aren't. So this is the number one right wing thing. By the way, I've brought this up many times. Something Ben Shapiro does. A lot of people that own people with facts and logic on things will say, I'm no expert, but I'm going to say a bunch of garbage shit. And then when you prove me wrong, I can say, well, I didn't say I was an expert. I was just asking questions, which means anything you say after that, just discount because they said they don't know what they're talking about right off the start. So nevertheless, we believe that making the following common sense changes to our federal election laws will help restore the integrity of our system and at a minimum create an auditable paper trail so that future disputes can be resolved unequivocally. I like that Pizza Inn, the pizza restaurant, is coming up with legislation to audit votes. Here are their demands. Requiring a valid ID of all voters. That's already happening in states like Wisconsin anyway. Matching signature, address, and identification on all ballots. That was something I had to do on my absentee ballot. Eliminating electronic voting machines until they have the ability to be audited. I think most can be, and they're often seen as more secure than paper systems because they're less likely to lose votes. Exclusively using paper ballots for audit and recount purposes. Eliminating mail-in ballots, as we should not prioritize voter convenience over election integrity. Yes.
Now, I will say that if you eliminated mail-in ballots, the entire state of Oregon would cast 0 votes because they do not do in-person voting and haven't for years.
Yes.
Or not Oregon, sorry, Montana.
Restricting absentee ballots with the exceptions for military, college students, disabled persons, and the elderly. Like, okay. We will no doubt be vilified by some for these reasonable and responsible suggestions, continued Solano. We may even be accused of supporting voter suppression for recommending solutions that we believe would advance the cause of election integrity. But pursuing this worthy, nonpartisan goal is not suppression, except for all the voter suppression things that we want to be done, except for suppressing the ability to vote. It's democracy in action. We feel we have the responsibility as a proud and patriotic American company to go on the record with our concerns and our recommendations, said Solano. We may even be accused of supporting voter suppression for recommending... they just doubled... They completely fucked that up. We believe the United States of America and have confidence that God will see our country through this troubling time. We leave our thoughts and next steps in the hands of our elected officials, whoever they may be. Pizza Inn respects citizens' rights to agree or disagree with us, boycott us, or visit us in solidarity. We simply ask that each of us remain civil in our discussions, confident in the knowledge that we all love our country and what we want for the best of it. And then the response to that
bomb.
There is just a tag bomb. We got some fucking heavy hitters in here. First person tagged. I want you to guess, Spanky.
Senator Josh Hawley.
Bing, 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 bing. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, who famously lost a book deal for being an idiot.
Best tweet about Josh Hawley in the past week that I read was, it's unfair to compare Josh Hawley to Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler is a published author.
Yeah. So they also linked Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin, one of the states that has voter ID requirements, Ted Cruz, Kelly Loeffler, who lost, as well as David Perdue, who also lost. Let's see here. Steve Daines, Marsha Blackburn, Tommy Tuberville at Real Donald Trump, of course, Greg Abbott, Eric Swalwell, and Coulter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, okay, that's enough. We got politics people. Let's wait. George Papadopoulos. My God.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, and then they got tired and they were like, all right, who else can we do? Okay, at Sean Hannity, at Tucker Carlson, let's get all these media personalities, at Jason Chaffetz, Maria Bartiromo, Neil Cavuto. It's like, all right, now let's get a bunch of, someone will put our fucking Pizza Inn website on their national news for free. And then most of the responses are good because I believe that I saw that Justin McElroy retweeted one of these, so I think a lot of people were responding to it. But someone said they should rename themselves to Sedition Inn,
or like Pizza Out.
And the one thing I will say is that, again, all of the restaurants are franchises. So I feel kind of bad for the people who just like live in a small town and wanted to sell pizza and got a Pizza Inn franchisee. But now is a really good time to think about Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Just those people.
Here we go.
They're pretty much the same, except for Pizza Hut's way better.
I like the dunk on Pizza Inn. That the Twitter user, where is it? I got to give this guy Dr. Feels Bad Man at Voodoo Medic. I want to give this guy a follow because of his awesome tweet to this. He's only got 110 followers, but I'm going to give it to him. Pie 5 Pizza Inn parent gets another delisting notice. This is from the day afterwards, January 6th. For the second time in 6 months, the parent company of Pie 5 and Pizza Inn has received notice that it's in danger of being removed from NASDAQ's listings because its share price is below the minimum price of $1 per share.
I will say that Pie 5 is a better experience than Pizza Inn. Pie 5 is basically a Quiznos that does pizza.
Yeah, they have those. They have like a place called Mod Pizza in Madison.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just it is a Quiznos for pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they got a delisting notice from NASDAQ in July, but they were able to keep things up for a couple quarters at a little above 1. That they had cleared the delisting threat. Yep. But they were struggling pre-pandemic, and now they're doing worse. So it's almost like someone who's doing bad financially is like let's just lash out now.
Yeah.
Because I got nothing to lose. Backs against the wall here.
It's like, okay, if this insurrection is successful,
and honestly,
then we'll be the official pizza of New America.
Yeah, honestly, I will say that it probably wasn't a bad attempt for PR, considering the states I listed off where they have like the places where they actually physically have locations are all in states that would fucking just inject that into their soul and love it.
Yeah, they're playing to their base here. I would like to mention also that they're also playing to their base of were this maybe 100 years ago, they'd probably be like, Italian food? We got Italians here in fucking Missouri? We should run them out of town. But now it's okay because Italians are cool.
Yeah.
But not
congratulations, you've been promoted to white now. Good job.
Yeah, basically. Like JonTron.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his parents are both immigrants from Iran, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think they're from Iran.
They're Middle Eastern, at least. I thought it was Iran. I don't remember. But anyway,
you ran so far away.
But he's one of those people that's like, okay, I'm a white supremacist now, even though like your parents were like immigrants, like.
Maybe he just really likes Nordic metal.
Hungarian mother, Iranian father. There you go.
He's Hungarian.
There's YouTube. There's Spaggy, you mentioned this, but the Wikipedia abuse is very present in Jonathan Tronathan's Wikipedia. Let's see here. Early life. Jonathan Arian Jafari was born in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. I don't think Arian is his middle name, but it certainly should be. If you look at the right-hand side, he's called Jonathan Arian Jafari. Oh, I love it. You love to see it. Oh, I want to post that right now on the Disco before some moderator removes that. But people are like, anyone can edit Wikipedia at any time.
So according to the reddit.com/r/JohnTron, yes, Arian is his actual middle name. It's
Are
Persian.
you fucking kidding me?
Nope, it is Persian. And in Persian, Arian has no negative conceptions. So it's just like one of those things. It means noble, which is probably why the Aryan race used that word.
It's just, it's one of those things. The fucking simulation people throwing another coincidence at us here.
Nominal determinism.
Oh my god. Anyway. God, why does he... God, his videos were so fun.
Hashtag not sponsored.
They were so good.
By the way, this episode is sponsored by Pizza Inn and JohnTron and Sweet Tarts.
Let's go to the money zone so we can take a minute to talk about our sponsor this week, Pizza Inn. Hey guys, have you ever been driving through a town of less than 3,000 people and saw $2 or $3 Dollar Generals and was thinking, I'd really like to have myself a pizza. And you're really wanting a New York style pizza, but not the kind of New York style pizza that people in New York actually eat, but like, thick crust pizza. So you go there and you're like, this is great. You're probably at a Pizza Inn. Thanks, Pizza Inn, for sponsoring this week's episode. You can go to www.pizzainn.com/Donald Trump will be our president for the next 4 years /coupons /Make America Great Again /John Danger. And you can get our special coupon for $5 medium one topping pizza carryout only.
And don't forget to check out Pizza Inn on Parler.
Carryout only? Don't you mean dine in?
Well, no, you dine in, they carry you out on a stretcher because you'll be fucking dead of COVID.
Waka waka.
Waka waka. John _Danger has left the podcast.
No, we'll just for the audio only listeners, John's being very silent right now, and he's also doing he's drawing swastikas all over his wall and doing the Hitler salute. John, stop that. John, stop. John.
Did you know that the American Nazi Party has changed its logo from a swastika to an Othala rune in an attempt to enter mainstream politics? And now, don't get me wrong, the swastika was going to prevent them from entering mainstream politics.
Also, their name might be a problem, and their beliefs.
I would have suggested also maybe that they should just do what the rest of the Nazis who make it in mainstream politics do, and be a Republican.
Fair. Very fair.
Just gonna wait for John to get back.
No, it's fine.
Yeeting on him. I just yoted on him. Oh,
So that's-
damn. You just yoted on him? Damn, I just yeeted on him. Oh, damn. Damn, homeboy. Shit, that's a sick ass yeet. Damn, did you just yeet on him? Oh, yeah, I just yoted on him. Ha ha.
So that's why my poops are soft.
All right, got the edit point there. I'll be up quite easily. What's up? I had to get a drink because I mentioned Pocari Sweat in the video.
Yes.
And now I wanted a drink. This isn't Pocari Sweat though. This is Gatorade.
I got a bunch of Gatorade powder too.
Mm.
Got a big thing. What flavor did you get?
This is Glacial Cherry.
I have to be in the mood for that. It's not one.
Me too. I bought it because
Is
my
that
wife,
like cherry with mint?
My wife,
Lauren, shamed me into getting it because she doesn't like any of the citrus flavors, which are my favorite. And I've gotten lemon and lime and orange, which are both very good.
women.
She likes cherry.
Notorious for hating citrus.
Apparently. But anyway, what flavor did you get, TJ? Did you get blue?
Lemon lime.
Oh, lemon lime's good. They have blue available in the big chugs too, and I almost got blue.
Wait, the big jugs? Or are you talking about the big containers of powder?
The giant containers of powder.
Yeah, I love the powder. So cheap.
It is ridiculously cheap.
And then what's really nice is then if you want to make it half strength, it just lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to just pour that powder into like a glass of straight up vodka.
So
what I usually do is I take the
that sounds
powder
good.
and I put it in some aluminum foil, and then I take a lighter and I stick it under it until the powder aerosolizes, and then I inhale it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about what? Oh, Gatorade? Oh, I don't touch this stuff. That's
Yeah, it's bad
terrible for you.
I'm trying to think of the
Buy
flavor.
my
it
pillow.
So yeah, you get a 5-pound thing of Gatorade powder that makes 9 gallons. It lasts forever. The blue flavor is called Glacier Freeze.
No, the blue flavor is called Cool Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Doritos.
Oh,
why isn't there Dorito flavored Mountain Dew yet? You
I honestly
know
don't know
that's
what
been
the
thrown
Glacier
around at like
cherry
a pitch
flavor
meeting.
is.
There's
Any
two new
thought?
Baja flavors coming out from Mountain Dew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're like 2 flavors I won't have because I think one's like a mango and one's like a I don't know. Is it like coconut pineapple or something? I don't know. I don't
like
want
a
them.
pina colada.
Maybe.
Like a pina colonic.
Ooh. I take Mountain Dew up my butt.
Mm-hmm. People do coffee enemas. Might as well do Mountain Dew.
Fair enough.
It's basically
Fair
the
enough.
same thing. Mountain Dew is TJ's coffee.
I don't have as much as I used to. But still more than I should.
I just love Gatorade. Like one of my literal favorite like things in the world. Oh, here you go. The one nice thing is if you have a soda stream, the scoop of Gatorade for 1 liter is a fairly good amount. So
you can make carbonated
SodaStream bottles are
Gatorade.
1 liter. So you already have a bottle you could use to make Gatorade if you had that. I bought this Nalgene for like $6 on.
Have you ever put
Amazon.com.
tomato soup in your soda stream?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Mm,
Because if you put anything in a soda stream that is not just pure water, it'll explode because of the way that the carbonation works. As is by the child trying to carbonate like wine or whatever he was doing.
I remember that video.
Yeah, it just explodes over the entirety.
Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get some unflavored LaCroix and some tomato paste and try to recreate Matt's suggestion.
mm, mm, mm. That's kind
Spanky,
of a...
Ooh, it could be a Bloody Mary hard seltzer.
Yeah. Throw in some Clamato juice in there. That's a Caesar, I think.
Oh, I took antibiotics. I don't have that anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
So going back to an hour and a half ago, it only took... apparently fixing stick drift is super easy. Just isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. Just get underneath the little rubber cap.
Man, they did a really good job. I interrupted you on that one.
Oh, it's fine. I fixed 3 controllers.
With isopropyl
Nice.
alcohol?
Nice.
Yeah. Working really well now.
Dash for the controller, dash for daddy. Glug, 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 glug.
Who the fuck drinks isopropyl?
I think
Yeah.
it's very poisonous.
At least put some tonic in there or something.
Yeah. I'll just mention that right now, at the rate that we are vaccinating people, it will take 2.5 years to get to herd
Oh, that's
immunity.
good.
We're doing a really
Hooray!
good job
Yay.
getting those out fast.
So here's to 2023.
Yeah.
Getting back to normal, we hope.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to be vaccinated. And then I can be the I don't give a fuck about you attitude and we'll go into Hobby Lobby and flip everyone off.
Okay, but how are you going to get... do you get like a preferred access or anything through your work? Or you're like...
Yeah, because I work at a school. So
I'm going to be like the last person to get on the vaccination train. Great. Good. Great. Fantastic.
Matt, how many fucking people do you see anyway?
I would like to go to a bar.
Why? So that you can, get shit-faced and make someone else drive you home?
Yes.
Matt, you can just buy alcohol and bring it home.
It's different getting shit-faced at a bar.
I know it's more expensive and it stinks.
It's not about that. Matt wants someone else to make his drinks.
Oh, that too, yeah. And I want to have like very sparse small talk with the bartender. Be like, yeah, usual. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. So Matt, after April 16th, I'm free. Would you like me to just come and make your drinks?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay you though.
That's fine. I'm making enough of my other thing.
Ah, nice. You're gonna have to provide your own liquor too.
Only half of it.
Nope, all of it. You're gonna have to bring all of the liquor, all of the glassware, all of the...
The only thing I can say is that I am so happy and proud of my government. I don't know how I would have survived this pandemic if my government had not given me a $1,200 check 10 months ago.
Oh, I finally got my $600 check. For some reason, they gave me an actual physical check in the mail. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
It happened for a number of people.
I want to know if there's like a setting I can check somewhere to make sure that doesn't happen if they do another one.
Mm-hmm.
IRS.com. There's a like IRS.
It's definitely not IRS.com.
IRS.co.uk.
Preparer professional TJ here.
I intentionally do not want to prepare taxes, but IRS.gov/EIP for the economic or EAP, whatever the fuck it is. Just click get my payments.
IRS.gov/ABDL. John, please don't go to an ABDL website. I don't want to do that on this episode.
I can't tell if John's frozen or just reading something.
Oh,
his eyes are moving.
I'm not gonna like what happens.
No, you won't.
Hey Siri, what's the score of the Bills?
The Bills won.
Hey Siri, play Despacito.
Buffalo beat Baltimore in the AFC divisional playoff by a score of 17-3 today.
Didn't even get a touchdown, Lamar Jackson. I feel bad for Lamar Jackson because
Who won the
people
Packer
keep
game?
saying the Packers by a lot. The Rams are fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those are some
Me and John,
names.
while watching the game, John and I decided that by the Rams losing, we've guaranteed that the postseason will at least be enjoyable because no one is worse to watch in the postseason than the fucking Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, they're really boring.
They're really boring. It's like what you guys think of football, except for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
very bad.
I still can watch football. I just don't.
TJ doesn't like all the violence. We were saying during the Nickelodeon. Can we talk about the Nickelodeon game that existed just as a representative thing? So last week was the wild card playoffs. This is dating this episode, but there was a game that aired on Nickelodeon.
And that
John, I
the fuck out of my
dated the
father-in-law.
episode by getting live score updates of a game.
John's taking a drink right now.
You dated the episode. I thought you were Ace.
Oh shit!
But is he aromantic?
That's true.
I mean, I am aromantic, but yeah, Ace people do sometimes date. They're weirdos.
I just smell bad.
I like bacon wrap dates.
You're
Nickelodeon football.
Well, I'm getting some nice FPS lag right now on my camera. It looks like it's very good. Nickelodeon.com.
Did they replace the football with GAC?
There were slime cannons in the end zone that were virtual.
Okay.
And when they were kicking an extra point or a field goal, SpongeBob's face was digitally put into the uprights.
All of the on-screen graphics were redone in Nickelodeon style. And
they did highlight reels with Nickelodeon. And I said if a player got injured with a concussion, they should put cartoon birds flying around his head. That did not happen because that was the most boring football game that could have had.
So
here's 2 touchdowns.
So some things that happened that were cringy as shit were everything that happened on the field. Nate Burleson would try to compare to something that kids could relate to.
Yeah. This is like the kid at recess who's real good at every sport and always gets picked first. And it's like,
yeah. And that was cringy. However, there were some things that were also pretty fun.
Yeah.
One of them that I liked was they just kept trying to talk like I think Cardi B.
No, it was so one of the sideline reporter and one of the booth people were people that are on the current version of All that's airing on Nickelodeon. And
for whom Lori Beth Denberg has actually made a guest appearance.
Okay, I know. Mm-hmm. You wanted Lori Beth Denberg to be in the
I needed a Lori Beth Denberg on this program, and she was not
there. I wanted a loud
there.
librarian as well to host every...
This is a library!
Yeah. But it was not to be. It was, I don't even remember her name. Was it Gabby? Gabriella? Something G?
I believe it was Gabriella.
Okay,
or Gabby.
They called her Gabby. And she was on the children's program, All That, and she does a Cardi B impression, which is interesting because I feel like everything Cardi B does is super not for children. Like all of her music and her entire... Like, how do you get that impression on All That?
And that
they get the
time
Ben
she
Shapiro
drugged and
version.
robbed a bunch of dudes.
She's done a lot.
There is also, however, a personality who's also in the new All That I've learned of, whom I loved. His name is Lex Lumpkin. That name kicks ass.
It's a great name.
He was the Nickelodeon sideline reporter, and I believe he's 14 years old. And
he did a Barack Obama impression that was
he did a pretty good Barack Obama impression, which for someone who was born after Barack Obama's second term.
No, don't say it.
Well, like on the original All That, Amanda Bynes did fucking Ross Perot, so there's precedent for that.
There is a precedent for that. I forgot she was Ross Perot.
I got $6 billion.
Oh, that was good. That was, man. Oh, we looked up Amanda Bynes during the game.
I don't know who this Ross Perot guy is, but he sure talks funny, huh?
So one of the things that was cringy was that Nate Burleson would continue to say, nasty Nate Burleson would continue to say things about Nickelodeon. However, through the lens of someone who is in his mid-30s.
Yeah, so
he would say. Yeah, he would say like Double Dare or Legends of the Hidden Temple. I forget the full name of that show.
Yep.
Shows that don't exist and that kids have never heard of.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Like Nickelodeon Gag is a funny reference to make, but no child watching Nickelodeon knows what that is. But the most disappointing thing that happened is because it was Nickelodeon, they had buckets of Nickelodeon slime. And before the game, they were talking to Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And they said, would you be open to getting slimed? Because it's a Nickelodeon. If you're team one, would you be open to getting slimed? Because it's a Nickelodeon show. And while Drew Brees and like the normal people that talk to people after games were talking to CBS, there was a player who was like designated to go talk to Lex Lumpkin if he won, and it was just some random fucking guy on the Saints who had volunteered to do it, I believe. But his thing was he was supposed to tell Sean Payton to stick around because they were going to slime him. So while Lex Lumpkin is interviewing this guy, he's like, "It's Nickelodeon. He said he gets slime, so here's my bucket of slime." And the player's like, "Oh fuck, no, I
forgot to tell him to stick around. He already left."
Yeah, I was supposed to tell him, but he went in the locker room. Whoops.
Yeah, so nobody got slimed.
Nobody got slimed. Which is upsetting because like Nate Burleson, I guess, was slimed before. And Gabby,
they
obviously,
were all like talking it up.
As a member of all that, Gabby, of course, has been slimed, and so is Lex Lumpkin. And the guy whose name is Eagle White or something like that, forget his name, something Eagle. He was like the play-by-play. He had not been slimed, so they had an in-booth slime bucket, and we're like, we should slime you. They didn't. They didn't slime Sean Payton. They slimed nobody. So that was annoying. But otherwise, I hope they do it again because, like, one, the Nickelodeon MVP award was fucking hilarious. They will not bring that back, or if they do, it will be rigged. Because I will tell you right now, it was a huge fucking troll on Mitchell Trubisky.
They just voted for the loser team's quarterback.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Because I don't think he threw a touchdown the whole game.
Yeah. He had a not great game.
He had a pretty fucking terrible game. The pre-game Nickelodeon show was just clips of SpongeBob from seasons 1 and 2 of SpongeBob.
Yeah, it was very clear that they were put together by someone who has only watched SpongeBob in the first few seasons.
Which made John and I like realize that this Nickelodeon football broadcast was not for children. It was for people in their early 30s or late 20s who watched Nickelodeon as a kid and thought, oh, wouldn't it be weird if we watched the game on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, and we did. And Spanky and I were very amped for it. The whole day we were like, can't wait for that Nick game. And looking at it, by all accounts, is definitely will probably happen again. Because it was a huge success. It was the highest rated thing on Nickelodeon in years. It had 2 million viewers on a cable network. That's a ton. Considering I think the CBS broadcast had something like 20 million or something. So they're like, that's pretty good. Like, so I don't know. I love it when they get weird with it, you know? Like, let's get weird with it.
So how many years until Nickelodeon airs the Super Bowl?
I know. That's what I said. We need a Nickelodeon Super Bowl broadcast. They could do it this year because CBS Viacom has the rights to the Super Bowl this year. So
they do. I will say, there was an F-bomb.
Yeah, a player did an F-bomb in front of a ref.
But man, it was like the ref was saying like something, stopped, dead silence. Like and you know, there's no crowd noise in the stands right now because there's no fans allowed. Mm-hmm. So like the ref stopped to like look at the player because the players always come up to the refs and try to argue, but left his mic on.
Yeah.
And you just hear this guy, I forget his name. He was just like, what the fuck? Like so clearly. And that happened on Nickelodeon. Luckily, no children were watching that, just men in their early 30s.
And Judy.
Judy has entered the room. Hi, Lauren. Yeah. Oh! Share that with Spanky. Put it on the disco. Okay. Sorry, Lauren shared an internet Twitter meme in which I think it's a TikTok person's talking about how fucked up it is that they love a fictional character and they can never actually be with them.
And then I posted an image of it with the country guy.
The country buffet guy from the country buffet how to be a meat carver video.
Yeah, for listeners out there who've not seen,
we were watching that on the Discord yesterday.
Like I hadn't one day ago. Look up country. What is it? Country buffet.
No, it's not Country Kitchen. It is what is it? Old country buffet training video.
Old Country Buffet meat carver training video. Mm-hmm. There is the first actress portraying a guest is this huge woman whom is my like top 10 anime protagonist. Like, she could beat Goku. I fucking love her.
Oh yeah, she's usually like 6 feet tall. Well, he asks you if you like hot fudge sundaes.
You like hot fudge sundaes?
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's kind of the exact voice he uses too. So.
Yeah, I saw clips. It looks like a Tim and Eric sketch.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the guy is all upon. There, I posted a link in the general yelling of our Discord, which you can find at what's the web URL for our Discord?
Discord.borninthE80s.net
.gov.co.uk
Hemsworthfeet.world
.co.vid Truth Seekers Christian360GOP.com.
Guys, I found a Belvita right here. You ever have Belvitas?
I have not.
They're like
Is that a
breakfast
cookie?
biscuit. They're breakfast cookies.
Okay. Yeah, it's got
Yes,
like
it
a bunch
really-
of vegetables shoved in it, right?
Probably. But I found a package of Belvita that I thought was trash, and I went to throw it away, and I realized I had one of the 4 breakfast biscuits Friday morning, and not the rest, and it's just sat out for a couple days. So I'm eating them right now because they would go bad otherwise.
The kind of crunch you're making while eating them makes me want to go to the other side of this room and grab a couple bags of goldfish pretzels. Those are pretty good. Not super salty, but they're just salty enough.
Lauren's Twitter username is fell into the river on the 6th grade field trip, and I want to know if this is a true story.
Thank
That
you,
is
John.
the sound of John answering a question through the like the fucking sound lens of a Belvita cookie. This week's sponsor for the podcast, Belvita.
It's like Velveeta,
All right,
but it's not
I
cheesy
finished
enough.
my Belvita.
All right.
Y'all
We're
ever
pretty much
seen
done?
Korra?
Oh my god! We had to talk about Korra.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have watched the episodes maybe like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
I can't discuss them. But the thing is, we're at the end of this season. We might as well
let's just talk about the end of the season.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
might
What
as well
happened?
just talk about the end of season 2, and then just fucking next week
let's
actually
move on.
commit to watching season 3.
Yeah,
because
let's do it.
Because at the end of season 2, the fucking spirit world and the regular world got all fucking peanut butter in my chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, you got chocolate in my peanut butter. Also, kaiju battle. Fucking
Yeah.
kaiju battle was
Yeah,
awesome.
so there's like the giant battle of Rava and Inuktuk or whatever the bad guy is, or good guy. Which was the bad guy and which one's the good guy?
Fuck.
I'm trying to do this without opening up a wiki because then I'll get too in depth.
Noctis.
It's not Noctis. Wait, did Rava get Norded?
Not Ferric, but it's the other one.
Navik.
I think the main
Julie,
villain.
do the thing.
It was called Genora.
No. It was
Unalak.
Unalak.
Yeah,
The
that was
one lock.
there was Tone Loke was his brother.
Tonalak.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tone Rock.
Tom.
Tim Tam.
Tim Tams.
So I don't know, like basically where we left it was like the big final battle was about to happen, basically.
Yeah, and then they did. They did a fight.
And then they did.
They did a big fight.
Yeah, the water north guy man junctioned himself onto Dark Spirit dude to become Big Dark Spirit to make everything purple.
Yeah.
And then Korra, I think, almost dies, and then like is in the tree,
Yeah.
and then her spirit becomes
She
a
embiggens
blue-
herself.
Yes,
A noble spirit embiggens the lowliest Korra.
Embiggens the Korra.
Something about my vor fantasies with an Amazon woman.
Yeah.
And she's blue.
Yes.
So it's just
Wait,
the
vor
movie
fantasies
Avatar.
with giant women.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Steven Universe?
Well, maybe later. But and then
All
at
I
some
want to
point,
do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Yeah, that's
giant
what
woman.
Like the
There's the
woman
song.
from the Country Garden Inn.
Country Kitchen Buffet. The giant woman.
Yeah.
That is what he wants to see you turn into.
She's my favorite Steven Universe fusion.
Fusion. Smoky Quartz. And the giant woman.
So who
from
fuses to
Country
become
Kitchen
the
Buffet.
so who fuses to become the Jolly Green Giant?
I don't know.
Is that the unused Peridot and Lapis fusion that they never did?
No,
they never
the
did.
Jolly Green Giant. The Jolly Green Giant is Chris Hemsworth and the Grinch.
and
Oh,
it's
man, I
not
wanna
even
fuck the
fusing.
Grinch.
They just fuck and produce offspring.
Uh-huh.
Remember when women wanted to fuck the Grinch?
They always do, John.
It's very common, John.
They still do.
It's actually very common.
It's very
So-
common amongst all women.
So Korra.
Yeah.
Anything else we have to say about season 2 though?
Janora does something that I didn't really understand what was happening, but it was a magic.
So basically-
get better spell.
They made the spirit world and the human world connected for actually connected instead of closed off.
Yeah.
Which is what was before. And
And-
that's kind
And
There's not going to be
and-
any unintended consequences of that.
and Korra died.
It won't be about those consequences at all.
Korra
Sorry, go ahead.
died. Korra died,
I
and
don't remember that.
what's his name? Juan. He died.
Oh yeah, she's no longer connected to any
Yeah.
of the avatars.
No, Korra,
Basically-
Korra didn't die. Rava died.
Yeah,
Rava died. Rava died, and the ability, Aang and all the other avatars who had achieved enlightenment as the Avatar and lived forever in the memory of the living Avatar, they're all fucking in oblivion now.
Yeah.
like they're actual gone now.
Yeah.
And in case, Matt, you're curious if they ever reestablish that connection, they don't. Aang is just actually dead again now. He's
forever.
He died to become one of the eternal avatar. He's just fucking gone.
God, that is setting off my anxiety so much.
Gon
That
Gon
sucks.
is my favorite Super Monkey Ball character.
Gong gong.
Yes.
Mine is the one that's
The baby?
Solid Snake. No, mine's the one that's Solid Snake
I don't remember that one.
from Ape Escape.
That's a different game.
Yeah.
I know.
No. The best Monkey Ball character is in that crossover game that just came out. Return to Castle Monkey Ball, where you actually play as the Wolfenstein guy inside a Monkey Ball.
What?
Yes, that is a new, I think, free to download game someone just built.
That sounds great. Return to Castle Monkey Ball.
Nice.
It's the original Wolfenstein 3D done in the Monkey Ball engine.
So, in conclusion, Legend of Korra, play Return to Castle Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
Watch
It's
season.
basically what the whole rest of that season was. And we'll
So,
be
wait,
back with season
season-
3 next time.
What episodes should we watch for season 3?
I don't
TJ,
know. I
figure it
already
out.
watched a bunch of them.
Well, there's 13 in season 3 and 4, so let's do 4 episodes. 1, 2, 3,
4
4.
each.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
4,
then we'll
4,
have
5.
1 at the end.
4, 4, 5.
4, 4, 5. Let's do 4, 4, 5. You're right. Because
4,
when we were
4,
doing
5.
3, I feel like we just spaced it out too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
4, 4, 5. Let's get it done.
All right.
4,
Girls
4,
get
5.
it done.
So,
Everybody put your hands in.
oh, we got to watch The Boys as our next one. My God, talk about that fucking show.
No,
kicks
I
ass.
thought we were doing Cobra Kai next.
I don't really care what we do next, but
I
Okay.
just watched The Boys. I don't think I need to watch it again already.
I would agree. I think we've all watched it, so there's no real reason for us to.
I've watched all of season 3 of Cobra Kai already, but I will rewatch the whole thing.
Wait, Cobra Kai came out season 3?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out 1/8. It came out 1/1, so I binged the fuck out of that.
Oh, okay. I was not even aware that it was so. I thought it was going to be in the summer, so I
It was-
wasn't
it-
even.
It was going to be in it was gonna be last May, and then who knows? And then it was gonna be March. And then they pushed it up to January. They said January 8th, but then like 3 days before the new year, they're like, it's coming 1/1.
Is it as worse than season 2 as season 2 was than 1? Because I feel like season 1 of that show is pretty strong, and then season 2 is like good.
I think
I heard that season 3 was very good.
Okay.
I think season 3 is better than 2, but I still like 1 the best.
So season 2, the problem with season 2 is that it's like, we're going to set up a storyline, and it's going to be about how what's-his-name is actually not that bad. But then, because we got the actor who played what's-his-name in the movie, he's going to come back. And then it's going to make it not very clear who the bad guy is for the majority of the season. And then it's going to end.
No, you'll know who the bad guy is this whole fucking season.
Well, I mean, because like the whole thing about season 2 was that Ralph Macchio was kind of being a dick, but then because of what's his name, John Bell Edwards,
Johnny Lawrence, or you talked about John Kreese.
Kreese
yeah.
comes back.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Did you know that Kreese is the word?
I heard the bird was the word.
No, crease is the word.
Mm-hmm.
I thought stroke was the word.
Oh, grease is the word.
Stroke it
fuck.
to the right. Stroke it to the left. Stroke it to the woman that you love best.
No, thank you.
Never heard that song?
I don't know what.
have never stroked it to the woman that I've loved. So, my apologies to Betty. My apologies to Betty White.
Oh, yeah, I know. The notorious ACB, my favorite.
Oh, God.
I gotta remove her from my spank bank.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Isn't
season
it just
2
the best when politics and pop culture merge and it just
season
becomes a horrible
2
cesspool?
Starts off
forever.
Season 2 starts off and it's like, oh, maybe Ralph Macchio will be the bad guy, but he's not bad, but mostly just like an inattentive father kind of bad guy. And then Kreese shows up, and that makes Johnny be a bad guy. But then Kreese is the bad guy, and then Johnny's the good guy. And then you're like, why is Ralph Macchio still in this season? It gets a little convoluted.
And then you got all the kids where like, are they good? Are they bad? What is this? What the fuck? And then
and then it's like there's like the Ralph Macchio gym, which is obviously supposed to be the good gym by the end, but at the beginning was kind of the bad gym. And then like the bad gym, Cobra Kai, becomes 2 different Cobra Kais. It gets kind of Kingdom Heartsy.
And then Mickey shows up. Donald.
Shirtless Mickey shows up.
They'll pay for this.
Remember when Mickey didn't wear a shirt that one time?
Yeah,
I remember, John, because
how come they didn't give him like 6 nipples?
TJ and I could probably talk for about 30 or 40 hours.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it looks like the episode's ending.
Thanks for listening. Born in the 80s.
Now I know how to end an episode if I feel tired and it's going long. I just offered to TJ to start talking about the inner details of State of Memories.
You still haven't beat Mom yet.
I haven't. No, I need to, but Iconfell is what I've been playing on my Switch. So.
Don't beat your mom. It's rude.
Yeah, don't beat your mom.
Kiss your dad square on the lips. Bean Dad no longer will, unless he's Bean Dad, because he's anti-Semitic and he no longer does the theme song to our podcast.
Yeah. now our theme song is just Rugrats.
Is it?
That's the new Bim Bam theme song for now.
Is this the Rugrats theme?
Yeah, with Griffin making up new lyrics over the top of it. John, you're on Twitter, right?
Twitter.com/thereal_Lance_man.
I've heard that's available now.
Yeah, I think you can get that account if you're looking for one. We shamed him.
You can find me at MattHegMusic.com.
Parlor.com.
No, John, because the Amazons took my free speech away or something. I don't know.
You can find me in the mouth of a giant Amazon woman or at Twitter at MayofMay84. I'd like to stream, but I can't do that until after April 16th. I really can't.
Why not?
You can find
Because
you can
there's
find
tax times.
Spanky. You can find Spanky at Country Kitchen Buffet.
Ooh.
They're open
Just
now.
take the first syllable of that first word, and that's Spanky. All right.
You know, if you're worried about COVID, the best place to go is the buffet.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely not like they're just riddled with bacteria in the best of times.
Well, yeah, but like all that bacteria helps scare the viruses away.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.